Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, before everybody comes in, make sure y'all like the video, like the video, like the video. Shout out to Cash K Dash Dior. Hey Naya, hey Lombardi Lee, um, hey Terry. Make sure y'all like this video. Like the video. Also, make sure y'all check out my website where you can find cute accessories like the ones I am wearing right now. These were handmade by me. Also, I just added these as well. Shout out to everybody who's been purchasing. I really appreciate the orders that are coming in. Y'all just don't know. I appreciate it so much. And also, we have the sunflowers right here. And we have the white version as well, which is like the best sellers of the flower earrings right now. Everybody's been liking the white ones. So yes, you guys, do I have a link for my glasses? I have a code. Uh, uh I have a code for Vogue Me. Now, the ones from Zulu, you have to wait. If you want a code to Zulu, you have to wait because I'm still in the middle of working on that. But if you want to go to Vogue Me, the code is just La Vida Rosa, all one word. I think that'll get you like 15% off. Thank you. I just got my nails done this weekend, courtesy of my boyfriend. But yeah, you guys, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button. I'm going to go ahead and get started with I'm gonna go ahead and get this started because on this live, this is where I want to where we just gonna have the conversations. I'm gonna get the weddings out of the way, and then we'll talk about it all. Hold on, let me pull up. Okay. Okay, let's get to the right notes. Okay, let's talk about Sabrina and Steven. There really isn't much to say. Like, they seem like they are really have the feelings for each other. I don't know if they're saying love, child. I guess you should be saying love if you get married. But they seem to really care for each other. She looked beautiful, he looked dapper. They both said yes at the altar. I don't think anybody is shocked by that. I don't even think anybody was concerned whether or not she was gonna say yes, he was gonna say yes. I do think that long distance is gonna be a problem in the long run, and possibly the fact that I don't think she truly wants children. I think she is willing to compromise and have children. I wish them the best in this situation, but there's just not much to say about them. Very cute couple. Very cute couple, but what else is there to say about Sabrina and Steven besides good luck? Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Y'all seem to really have found something good with one another, and I hope it works out in the long run. I don't know if I want to get to them yet. I don't know if I want to get to them yet. Okay, we can get these people out the way too. So, Bobby and Jasmine. So we see Jasmine. She's getting ready for the wedding. She's getting her hair done, makeup done, and she's telling her friends that her mom told her that she thinks that Jasmine likes Bobby more than Bobby likes her. I didn't get that. Did y'all get that? If anything, I would think it would be the other way around. Not saying that she don't even, I feel like they just like each other. I don't think he I don't think he is putting off that he doesn't like her. I feel like he feels like she's almost out of his league or something. That's just the way, that's just what I got from him. Like, I didn't get that he doesn't really want to be with her. The mom just talking. Once again, the mama just wants to control her. The mom is overbearing. Um, she's also concerned about his job and thinks that he can't provide for a family. And Jasmine was really, she was kind of letting her mom get in her head. She said that she pretty much has done everything that her mom has wanted her to do in her whole life. And that's something that's relatable to me. But speaking from experience, you have to take control of your own life. You have to, because if you allow your parents to make your decisions for you, you're going to resent them in the long run, because it's not something you really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? If you dump that guy, even though he didn't do anything wrong, but you loved him and your parents didn't, if you dump him, you're going to regret that. And he's going to be the one they got away for you, and you're going to be mad at them about it. But really, you should just be mad at yourself. And that's something I had to come to terms with. Like, a lot of decisions I made in my life, I didn't make them for myself. I let someone else make them. And it's to the point where now it's hard for me to even make a decision because I don't trust myself to make it, because I allowed someone else to do that for me. And so now at my big age of 32, I'm still trying to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? So it's not me trying to look down upon Jasmine. And let me make this clear. It's not like I had an extreme case. Like her mother is a very extreme case of that. But I think it's like the model child. You want to be the perfect child. You want to live up to all their expectations and do everything you want. But you have to live for you. You have to. And so I really hope that at least with this marriage and her making this decision for herself, hopefully it helps her to break away from her mom. I want her to set boundaries. I want her to tell her mama when she's doing too much, say, look, this is the line. Do not cross it. That's my husband. Whatever we going through, that's between us. And I don't want to hear your opinions about it. They need their, I 100% agree, because they're too enmeshed. They're too enmeshed. The mother has, I don't want to say the mother has brainwashed her, but she does have her mind. And some of the stuff she was saying, like, yeah, don't tell your best friends things. Tell me, I'm your best friend. That's manipulative to me. Because it's one thing to say, we're best friends, we tell each other everything, but to tell me I can't tell my friend, codependent. And he was very respectful. He was very respectful, not responding to her mom, but she does need to set boundaries. I agree. I think, especially because he is so respectful, and he it's not even like he was biting his tongue. It's not like he was trying to say anything back. He wasn't even looking for no back talk. For you to have a man who will sit back there and respect your mom through all of that, you really need to step up and shield her from whatever it is he's trying to say to her, because he didn't do nothing to deserve that. She was just rude for no reason. So the mother did end up walking in the room while she was getting ready, and Jasmine was like, oh, you look so beautiful, you look good. And the mom was like, yeah, I couldn't let you outdo me. Wasn't the mom married 2 other times? You done had your wedding. This your daughter wedding. But yes, anyway, they get to the altar. They both say yes. I don't think anybody is shocked by that. They pretty much have had, a decent relationship up to now. Now, do I think that she's still very insecure and has not healed from her past toxic relationships? No, I don't think she is. On top of the fact that her mother is overbearing, I think that could cause some major issues if she's not willing to do the work. And I could see Bobby saying deuces after a while. Like, it's only so much you can take. You know what I'm saying? Especially since he's coming off as like a decent guy. Like, you shouldn't even want him to have to deal with that. Bobby did have some beautiful vows. He did. All right, let's move on. Who we moving on to next? Child. Wait, let's talk about these two real quick first. So, Nicole and Ben. Now, in the beginning, even though she dumped Sam to run back to him, he was the rebound, kind of. I had high hopes for the relationship, but I don't know. After watching those few episodes leading up to the marriage, to the wedding, and even she said that they had a conversation where he said that people that marry off Love is Blind, they have a higher divorce rate than your average married couple that gets divorced. And it really triggered some feelings of how she felt abandoned from her last divorce. And another major concern is his nomadic lifestyle. How do you know he's not going to go back to that? You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantee that he won't wake up one day and say, I want to go to Alaska, or I want to go, you know what I'm saying? And what if this is when y'all have kids and you can't just pick up and move with him? So I feel like they have serious issues that plague their relationship, on top of him being very much so insecure, because it showed with that Sam situation. He was very insecure when it came to Sam. And I was just like, that could get old too. Nicole is desperate for love and she would have went for anybody. That's what it's giving. And I hate to say that, but that is what it's giving. I gotta be real, because you see them red flags, honey. And I was holding my breath. I just knew she wasn't gonna say yes. I don't know. I don't know why, because they've been all over each other and just so lovey-dovey. But I just knew she was gonna say, look, we just need a little bit more time. We need to get to know each other a little better. Some concerns I have, something. But she just jumped straight in. I'm just like, is that what you did with your first marriage? Is that why it didn't work out? Because these red flags they red flagging. And I'm just very skeptical of if this is gonna work out. Where y'all gonna live? That's a good question. Somebody did put on my in my comments of my first Love is Blind UK review, and they said that he house sits, and I mentioned like, oh well, does that mean he's jobless? He house sits. What kind of job is that? But somebody said that in over there, that when they do house sitting, it's because they come from a well-off family, but they're not ready to take over the family business. So that's something that they do in the meantime, and that's why he's able to travel or whatever. I don't know how true that is. That's what somebody said in the comments. I'm not quite sure, but regardless, I would like to know, like, who is the breadwinner in a relationship? In his luggage, he's not giving well off. Sometimes well-off people, they be the most normal looking people, normal dressed people you might come across. You know what I'm saying? Especially, he did say that his dad was sick in Germany, and that's why his mother and sister uh weren't able to come to the wedding. So he might be getting an inheritance soon. I don't mean to be crass or insensitive, but that did cross my mind. Anyway, let's move on. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw the writing on the wall, but I really didn't think that Tom was gonna do it on this day. I thought they were just gonna break up later. Child. So anyway, his mom didn't show up. He was upset about that. And so her mom came in and welcomed him to the family and was just giving this very heartfelt, encouraging word to him before the wedding, and just being just so nice and welcoming. All of her family came, and they were just so emotional, especially because her dad has recently passed. And in times like this, you feel that presence missing the most. So I just felt for them. They were all emotionally crying. And even before she walked down the aisle, her brother and her shared a moment, and she told him, like, you really did step up in dad's place, and I see what you've been doing. And you could tell that really, like, validated something in him. He just started getting teary-eyed. They hugged each other. It was so beautiful, y'all. It was so beautiful. They had got me. They got me because the setup was so beautiful. I loved it. And Tom was falling right in it. Like, even when he was at the altar, he was looking nervous. And her sister was like, it's okay, just breathe. It's okay, just breathe. I just was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I feel like he's gonna, before all of this, I was like, okay, he's gonna say no. But then when they got there and everybody was just in their feelings and loving on each other, I'm like, okay, he's in this moment, he's at least gonna say yes, but they're gonna break up later. So mind you, I'm watching these episodes on 1.5 speed. I'm watching them fast, especially the couples that I know they're gonna be all right. They're gonna say yes. I don't even have to hear every single detail of this. Let's just get through this. So when he tells her no, I took it off fast forward so fast. I put it on normal so quick and backed it all the way up. I'm like, what did I miss? I could not believe that. Even though it's the right decision, even though it makes sense, I did not think he was going to be doing that in that moment, especially after that moment he had with her mother. Like, what he said to the mama, somebody need to get up and knock him upside his head. I thought the family was going to come jump him at the end. I'm sorry. He wasn't wrong, y'all, but I still wanted him to get jumped by the family. So, because I even wrote in my notes, like, before he said no, I was like, he just seems like he is so appreciative of how supportive they are, because his mom was not there, and his family they don't seem super emotional. So for him to have, it seemed like that's one of the things he liked about their relationship, is the fact that he would have some family and child. So he said no. He said, I love you, but it feels like it's not the right time. And he feels like the differences they have is just going to be too much in the long run. And broke it off. And she was just, mind you, she was crying. When they first got there, before she started getting her makeup done, actually, she was crying the entire time. Something in her intuition was telling her. She knew. Because she just could not stop crying, and it didn't look like happy crying. It didn't it didn't look like, it didn't seem like, oh yes, like I'm marrying the love of my life. She looked upset. And it could have part of it could have been because of her dad, but I just feel like she just kind of knew in the back of her mind. So he walks out. Somebody said Tom's still walking to this day. He did do a lot of walking. He walked fast, baby. He did. He did walk on up out of there. And then outside he was like, he doesn't want his son to have to pay for everything. He doesn't want her to be teaching his son that. And then he said he doesn't want his daughter to expect a man to pay for everything. He wants to raise an independent woman. Is this the white Kevin Samuels? Now look, I'm not saying the man have to pay for every little thing. And do I think Maria was being a bit extra about paying for that breakfast? Even though she offered to pay for it, she just got mad that he didn't say, oh no, I'll pay for it. Do I think she was doing a bit much testing him like that? Absolutely. But the fact that he's like, yeah, I don't want my son to feel like he have to pay for everything. So you raising a 50-50 man, which ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, but I don't know. I feel like that's a conversation they should have had in the pot. Thank you, Janelle. That's something I meant to say on my last live. If a man paying for everything was that deep to you, that's one of the first conversations you should have had. Y'all shouldn't have even made it out the pies without you having that conversation. That would have X'd y'all out for each other immediately. And each of y'all can move on. He could go ahead and pick Tosh, and you could pick whoever else you was talking to. Because you're playing a game. You're really playing a game. And I feel like sometimes these people in these pods, they don't bring up the major issues. They don't bring up their major deal breakers because they want to make it out the pods. But I feel like it's just disingenuous if you do something like that. Or you ain't that serious about it if that's not something you bringing up. His connection with Tasha was real. You think he didn't run and go call Tasha? Because I'm telling you, when he saw Tasha or Tosh, he lit up when he saw her. And then told her that him and Maria was having problems. And they were show laughing and grinning and cheesing all up in each other's face. And then he ran and told Maria that she said, I love you, when really you're just over exaggerating. You probably wanted to hear that. That's probably what you wanted her to say. I see why he's single. It's either his way or the highway. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's move on. Yo, I'm gonna have to come back to these comments. But okay, let's talk about Bobby and Catherine. We first opened up, Bobby bought Catherine some diamond earrings to go with her ring. And I feel like this is what he was talking about when it came to he feels like they're living different lifestyles, and he feels pressured to do more than what he would normally do in a relationship. I think this is one of the things he was talking about. Like, she would expect something like this, and this is not something that he thinks he can keep up. So before they walked down the aisle, the sister told him that she just feels like him and Catherine are just on two totally different pages, and that she could see a difference in him or whatever. And so I feel like that did get the wheels to turning. Because I don't know, would he have given her those earrings if he really planned to say no? I think whatever the sister told him, I think that really, he was replaying that in his head. Fine, Freddie. So then, he walks down the aisle with his brother. His brother was so sweet. That was such a sweet little moment. And then Catherine walks down the aisle. You could tell in his eyes. He usually when a man is in love with a woman and she starts walking down the aisle, he sees her for the first time, he's lit up, he's smiling, but when she first walks down the aisle, he has a straight face. Not smirking, nothing, dead eyes. And so when she finally gets up there, he starts smiling, but you could tell by that first reaction, that was his real reaction. So then the minister asked her, she said yes. And then the minister asked him, and he said no. And y'all, I was so happy he said no. I was nervous. I thought he might have said yes, but when he said no, because it meant, like, look at all the years of turmoil and misery you're getting out of by not marrying this woman. I mean, if she's acting like this and you've only known her for 2 weeks, imagine if y'all have kids together. Like, he saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. He been saying what their differences were, and she have a nasty attitude, and she's bougie, and he's more laid back. And so pretty much that's what he was alluding to when he told her. He was like, the timing just isn't right, and we still have, issues we need to get over. And he pretty much just don't want to keep up her lifestyle. And so, he says, I still love you, and we still can work on things or whatever. He goes to hug her. And at first she was stiff and didn't hug him. And she went in and hugged her, and she was like, don't hug me. Catherine, you might have ate that one little thing. I ain't gonna lie. When she, don't hug me. No, for real, don't hug me, because I'm not mad at him for saying no, but it's still embarrassing. Like, it's still humiliating. We brought our families here and you said no in front of everybody. I'm embarrassed. Like, do not hug me. And so he went ahead, he walked out, and the fact that he walked out and everybody was consoling him. Everybody was consoling him. She walks out, she's crying too, but she told her daddy, I just want to be alone. I just want to be alone. So she ran out to her room. Really, her family says she just doesn't take rejection well. So they're concerned about how she's gonna, handle this or whatever. And she took off the earrings and the ring. And what I like about Bobby is I feel like he handled this situation the best way possible, because a lot of men that do this, especially on the US version, well, only on the US version, that's the only thing I have to compare it to, but a lot of these men, they don't, I feel like they're callous. And if you really love and care about somebody, you're not just going to flippantly do something like that. You could tell he truly felt bad about it. Not only did he went and talked to her parents about it. He didn't have to do that. But the fact that you could tell he's a stand-up guy. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep calling him Bobby. I mean Freddie. I'm so sorry, y'all. I mean Freddie. You could tell he's a stand-up guy because he talked to the parents and he just explained to them, look, it's not that I don't want to be with her. This is just not the right time. And they didn't have no choice but to, see where he was coming from. They know their daughter. So, he went and talked to them, and then he went and talked to Catherine, and, even she couldn't snap on him because she knew what he was saying wasn't wrong. She knew he had valid concerns, and mainly she just embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But he threw me off when he was like, he still wants to live together. It's like, sir, I don't know about that. I just don't know about it. That's the only thing where I'm like, Freddie, you got me messed up. But anyway, I feel like justice was served. So finally, okay, we have Ollie. And Ollie is throwing me off because he's continuously bringing this man that he met in the pods, and this is the man that he's using as his friend, the one that came with him to the tux fitting, the one, and he's also like one of the people that he has as his friends at the wedding. I'm just like, where your real friends at? Like, I always wonder that when there's a person on this show that brings on the pod. No, where your real friends at? Do they not want to be on the show or something like that? You ain't got no cousins. You ain't got no siblings. Yeah, he brought his dad, and that was nice. But I was like, why he bring this random man from the pods? And they really act like they've been friends for 20 years the way they was acting. If I ain't know any better, I would have thought so. Right. Why is that man constantly there? So then we see Demi. Demi looked beautiful, by the way. She looked really nice in her dress. She said that she got a lot of confidence from this process, and it's like she knew her worth. And I was concerned. I'm like, hopefully she's not finding her worth by having a man, through Ollie. But she proved me wrong with that one. She was concerned because there was a time period between their little bachelorette party and the wedding, and she had not heard from him in a couple of days throughout that entire time, and she felt some type of way about it. She wanted to call him. She felt the urge, like, I want to talk to you. I want to, hear from you. I'm used to being with you every day, and it seems like you can go a couple of days without talking to me. That was a problem for her. So we get to the wedding. And the minister asked, do they want to get married? Does Demi want to get married? And Demi said no. Mind you, I figured somebody was saying no at this wedding, but I for sure didn't know it was going to be Demi. And I know that's why they had Demi go first, because they just knew Demi was going to say yes. But in the back of my mind, I know Ollie was going to say no. I feel like it, especially from his reaction. Did y'all see his reaction? Yeah, I wish I had a picture of his reaction. He was completely shocked. He was like, actually, his reaction is my thumbnail on this video. So just look at the thumbnail on this video. He was like, actually, let me see. I think I do have it. Hold on, y'all. Oh. He was like, I'm supposed to say that. Yeah, I rewinded it so many times. Exactly. Why? Like, how could you not possibly want me? He definitely felt like the prize in this relationship. You could tell, like he was in utter disbelief. He was thinking, "Ain't no boy, boy, ain't no way, boy, boy, ain't no way, boy, boy, ain't no way, bruv, boy, ain't no way, bruv." He was jumping for joy in his head. Thank you, because he did not look hurt. Ollie didn't look hurt. He looked confused, but he did not look hurt. He didn't look disappointed. He didn't look let down. And for those reasons, I am so proud of her for making that decision. She knew. She knew. I feel like she always knew, but her last straw was the fact that he did not text her or call her in those 2 days. And I don't even blame her. You don't care. Why are you not reaching out to me? You must not care about me the way you say you do. And he already treat her like a homeboy. She pretty much said that they need more time, and pretty much she's not getting husband vibes from him. And like I said, he did not look hurt. Even when he was talking to the crowd, he was like, oh yeah, this is just a slight diversion to where we're going. I rather them do that now. I'm so glad, I rather them break up now than her be a long suffering wife. Because I feel like even if he did say yes, he just wouldn't treat her right. And she would just have to constantly work for his love and carry the burden of the relationship. Because he wasn't going to give. If you can't even text me in a couple of days, you ain't giving. Didn't shed a single tear. He was smiling. He was smiling ear to ear. Happy. Sure was. Ollie was just there for grease. He was very cheerful giving the closing announcement. After she left, it was giving shaking deep. He wants to be seen so bad. I'm in the front. Right. And he was like, I'm pedaling because my shoulders. Like, you could tell he just like attention. He just like attention. The only thing I'm mad about is how he can act like he was genuinely gonna say, yeah, you were not gonna say, and he gonna lie. He gonna lie at the reunion. Well, I would have said, no, you wasn't. Don't even lie like that. Shocked because she's been all about him the whole time. He could not believe. He just knew he was her prize. He could not believe that she could possibly be the one to turn him down. His why was not giving heartbreak. It was giving weight. That's my line. Right. Were they ever intimate? I think so. She kind of denied it, but she said, no, I'm a virgin. I'm gonna wait till marriage. So I think she was just playing. I think they were. She has such a strong family unit. I think it helped her see what was missing with Ollie after she got out of the pod bubble. I totally agree with that, because she said her dad and her mom have a good marriage. So she has a good example to look at. Demi chose herself. Her development has been beautiful to see. Shout out to Demi. I was worried Demi was going to say yes. I'm glad her self-esteem kicked in. Ollie said, why? Glad she went with her head and not her heart. Shocked because she's been all about him the whole time. That's so crazy to me. Very telling with men how they feel about you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like men are simple. Now there will be the ones that will love bomb you, so you should look out for that too. But if they're not putting in any type of effort to contact you, I don't care what nobody say. If a couple of days go by and he ain't trying to talk to you, he probably don't like you. A man that likes you is gonna want to hear from you. Now, maybe not every second of the day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all not gonna FaceTime every night, but some form of communication. I feel like he's gonna reach out. And if you stop texting him or calling him and you never hear from him again, just leave it where it is. Leave it where it is. Earrings by La Vida Rosa. Your girl made these, okay? Make sure y'all check that out in the link down below. And these. Just add it to the website. Those vegan nachos sealed the deal. I don't think Demi's friends were convinced either. Yeah, they did seem a little iffy. Yeah, vegan nachos. I think the cheese. What's the point? I don't get the point, child. I was in here cheering. I was at the Super Bowl. Let's go, Dim. I'm so proud of Demi for not putting her worth in this relationship and for choosing herself. Like the video, gorgeous. Have you seen the trailer for the reunion? Apparently, Steven and Sabrina aren't sitting together, and all the other couples are. No, I have not. Let me see. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to play it on here. Let me see. But let me see. I haven't seen it. Was it on at the end of the episode? Go watch. Where is the trailer? Popping up. Okay, here it is. I found it. Okay. I'm not going to be able to play the sound because I don't want to get copywritten. Let me see how I'm going to do this. I might have to just do the headphones. Let's see. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry I was so quiet. I didn't know if the microphone was going to pick it up. But I ain't going to lie. That reunion look like it's going to be a little dry. I do want to know what happened between Sabrina and Steven. But it just look like it's gonna be dry. I ain't gonna. I don't have high hopes for Netflix reunions, especially for Love Is Blind. They always drop the ball. They got Catherine at the end of the stage, right? They're not gonna ask the right questions. They're not gonna, they're not gonna dig deep. They're not gonna ask the follow-up questions to make people uncomfortable. I I could tell by the preview they really ain't. They didn't even put anything juicy in the preview, so I know there's nothing crazy that's gonna be happening. I would be interested to see who's still together, who's still in a relationship, but outside of that, they need you to be the host. I don't know. It doesn't have to be me. It needs, but it just needs to be someone who doesn't mind asking the real questions. Someone who's not scared to offend. You know what I'm saying? Um, unfortunately, we don't have Wendy Williams anymore. Somebody like that though. Someone who will just ask like a very intrusive question without, you know, without being scared of the reaction. Kiki Palmer was really good in her interview with Serena and Cordell, and she probably should have been the one to host the Love Island reunion, low key. Jane and Tarzan are probably still together. Nicki Minaj, absolutely not. The Love Island reunion was terrible, so I'm over. Exactly, I'm just over the reunions. They don't never the reunions. If you do the reunion, housewife style, Andy Cohen asking the messy questions, even if you have to put it like one of the audience members have asked this question and put it on somebody else. Questions need to be asked. Things need to be rehashed. Like you got to answer for the things that you said in your confessionals. Like, if you don't, what's the point? Y'all might as well save that money. Rudy Huxtable. Keisha Knight Pulliam, I do think she would be a good host too. I think it's Netflix that's in control on what's allowed to be asked. That I could believe that. And also what they actually put in the edit. Because I heard on the Love Island reunion that a lot of stuff was edited out. Yes, that interview was the best. It was like friends FaceTiming. For real. I bet if Steven and Sabrina lived in the same city, they still be together. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, distance, that most people ain't able. I'm gonna say most people. I was able to do it in my relationship, but we're not long distance anymore. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't married. So I don't know. I just can't imagine being in a long distance marriage. Does anybody know if this is a little bit off topic, but does anybody know if Milton is still with old girl from that other season? They were in a long distance marriage too. Are they still together? Milton and Fatal Attraction. I can't remember her name. I want to see Demi confront Catherine's pod comments. Yeah, me too. I hope they ask that. Because I forgot she did have some little ugly stuff to say. Like, pretty much, why would he want her when he could have me? Milton still married to that old. Okay. Yolanda. Is that her name? I legitimately can't remember. I'm telling y'all, when one season passes and I start another one, I can barely remember what happened. They still together. Alexis is dating all the boys first. Freddie, now Steven. Lydia. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. They're one of those people. They'll stay together out of spite, even if they're not really together or really happy. They'll keep up a face for a while to prove the haters wrong. Exactly. Why did Naya? Why did you say Yolanda? I'm like, that don't sound right. I couldn't remember her name, but I'm like, Yolanda. I know they be arguing. Child, they don't even live in the same house. They probably be like two ships passing it. Well, they don't even have to be like ships passing the night. They don't have to see each other. She's always in people's comments trying to be seen. That don't shock me. Where's Uche? I wouldn't be surprised if they were ducked off together somewhere. They're that type of toxic. I could totally see that. Child, now that season was dramatic. That's not only was that season dramatic, but it was scandalous. Now, Alexis, I wasn't even thinking about that Yolanda. I was thinking about Yolanda Adams. On camera, Steven and Sabrina glossed over long. They glossed over it. They glossed over it. And I'm telling you, long distance, that's a big issue. And children. Yep. That's not something you gloss over. That's a deal breaker. Both of those. Let me scroll back up and see what y'all was saying. Y'all were calling Steven handsome. Child, the mom. Jasmine calling Bobby uneducated. Jasmine mama calling Bobby uneducated. The mom wants her to be miserable like her. That mama need to stop projecting her failed relationships onto her daughter. Agreed. The mom is trying everything to break them up, and it's very ugly. Bobby seems like he's very in love. They have a codependent relationship. And Jasmine's a mental health aide. I wonder why she went into that line of work. They should have been on TLC Smothered. Oh. Now we talking about Nicole and Benaya. Nicole is desperate for love and would have went with anybody. Ben seems very emotionally invested at the moment, and she's in love with love. So they have some question marks. He's maybe he's a professional house sitter, not the inheritance. Might be getting one soon. I don't know why Maria even said yes. He didn't want the life you want, baby. True. He doesn't. If you're sincere about a man paying for everything and he's being standoffish about it and doesn't want to do it, why do you even want to marry him? You think you're going to change that? They can't divorce for a year after the wedding until the reunion airs. At least that's how the U.S. contract is. Okay. I wonder if it's the same thing in UK. I knew they weren't going to work when she tried to make him conform to her ways versus compromising. Maria was desperate for love too. She told him her standards. He didn't agree and watered down her answers just to be picked for a connection and be a part of the show. And get that red lipstick all over this man's mouth. He's sitting up here looking like Ronald McDonald when he proposed to you. Tom walked 8 miles out of church. Tom got the heck on. Tom said no, threw up the deuces and went back to the car. I wonder if Maria was going to say no. Usually, if one will say yes and the other say no, they let the yes go first. True. I do. I do wonder what she would have said though. Maybe she would have said no. Um, Tom did take off. Oh, Legend said he's made it to China. Oh my god. Tasha was his real connection. He was slurping his drink back when he saw Tasha. I'm still not over Tom telling Maria he didn't think she was hardworking because she's a makeup. Yeah. Now, see, that would have turned me off. That would have turned me off about him. Cat is exhausting. I like Freddie, but the love letter and the matching earrings with the engagement ring was unnecessary. I think he just felt like he needed to do that to live up to her standards. Freddie is definitely conventionally attractive, but I don't think he knows it. He gonna know it now. He gonna know it now. I'm sure his DMs is full. She was more upset than she was more upset that she said yes. I could agree with that. She was probably more mad that she said yes and he said no. Oh, that don't hug me. I'm not even mad at her for saying that. Okay, let me catch up to these. Yes, Yolanda Adams. I don't think anyone should have said yes. Okay. There was a lot of glossing over the whole season. Yeah, the way they edited the show, it felt rushed. A lot of it felt rushed, and we didn't get enough backstory, or the storytelling wasn't as good as the US. That's the one difference that I say. I do think on Love is Blind US, the storytelling is a little bit is you get a little bit more detail. All their issues should have been avoided by having these discussions in the pods. Maria's mom was the cutest little thing. She was. I was hurt for the mom because the mom was hurt too. Tom broke her heart too. She really came in there and said, "I accepted you as a son and everything else," and you lie in that woman's face. Did Nicole ever say why her first marriage ended? See, that's some. They better ask that at the reunion, because I don't remember her ever saying why. That's what I mean. They be dropping the ball with this storytelling. I hope Freddie says he's in a new relationship at the reunion. Jasmine must not be a good mental aid. Can't aid her own mom. Well, you have to want to be helped too. I thought Jasmine was gonna be the UK version of Jackie. No, I don't get that from her. I like Ben, but I don't think the nomadic life is conducive to marriage. I agree. That's gonna be a huge cause of contention. Jackie, Love is Blind, or that was with Marshall. That lipstick was nuts. And she a makeup artist. Child Jackie, she was a hot mess. That lipstick was not very demure. That was the most aggressive red lipstick. And the thing, just get you some non-transferable lipstick. Like, maybe she didn't have any. Maybe she wore somebody else's lipstick, but I'm just like, how do the first thing you're gonna want to do is kiss? I'm not even wearing lipstick for that reason. And if I do, it's definitely going to have to be something that's not going to transfer. And I'm going to have to test it out and make sure. Catherine saying she got the villainetic. Girl, I can't stand when they say they can only work with what you give them. We saw the way you treated him on camera. We saw it. Tom wants to be in a power couple. Maria wants to be a homemaker. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. She does. She does. She wants her income to be supplemental to his. Go find you a man that'll do that. I know it's a man out there that will. Catherine is the villain along with Sam. Yes, they should have ended up together. Didn't she talk to him at some point and then she cut him off? They were made for each other. Tom thinks Maria is beneath him. Tom thinks highly of himself. Maria's job is beneath him. Tosh sounded too geeky for him. He's too picky. Sam will be at the reunion. Yeah, why is Sam at the reunion? I felt the US one was longer and more dramatic. He gives the impression that Maria would be his weekend girl, not his wife. Ooh. Yeah, because the way he was going for Tosh, he looked like, yeah, that's somebody he would wife up. Some people thought that Freddie talking to the parents was nice, but I'd be pissed. Don't talk to my mama after you left me at the altar. I thought it would stand up. I do. Because a lot of these men, they be running away from accountability. But he addressed it head on. I think even if they would have cussed him out, he would have took it. It's interesting to see how different countries edit Love is Blind. Japan, you get to know the contestants more prior to the weddings. It's sweet. Sweden is more couple focused, and Brazil is dramatic. Brazil is very dramatic. Brazil is like a telenovela. That's the only one I can attest to. Freddie and I are dating. I enjoyed it more than the US version, except for the first season. I got tired of the predictable storylines with the US, and more of these people appeared to actually want love. I agree with that much. I do think that these people probably did really want love. I just wish on all the shows they would have a more variety of different types of people. I just know Freddie's in the streets now, okay? I think Demi genuinely wanted to say yes, but she knew Ollie was going to say no and purposely did not check in with. And he purposefully did not check in with her during the break. She caught the hint. I feel like Kat is gonna be at the reunion with Sam like Sarah was with you. I wouldn't even be shocked. I wouldn't even be shocked. It would be an episode of Jerry Springer with her walking out with him. Catherine told Sam she wishes she got his engagement ring. Yeah, I was like, that was very ugly. They better address that at the reunion. Even Tom's reveal confessional he had some traces. Yes, I said the same thing. I was like, they couldn't have given that man a wet paper towel or makeup something, a baby wipe. Let that man wipe his mouth off. I was in another live where this black woman traveled to London and dated Tom. She said he was an F-boy and cheap. He definitely give me cheap, but I'm so happy Freddie said no. Me too. Love is Blind Mexico was wild. Had soft pork. Had to fast forward, but they brought in gossip type hosts to ask messy questions. I couldn't finish Love is Blind Mexico. The first one I tapped out. I couldn't either. I tried. Tom is a F-boy. He's 38. You know, he's that playboy type of man that never settles down and be old and alone. Tom looking like Chucky. Catherine reminds me of Michael from the Seattle season. I could see that. Traveling to the UK to date Tom is demonic. Oh, Lexus, stop. And Sam wasn't even fitting back with yeah, he wasn't even flirting with her. I feel like he'll flirt with her now to get some screen time, but I don't think he didn't even come across like he was really interested. Oh, y'all, make sure y'all like the video. I'm gonna stay on here for like 5 more minutes. This Love is Blind UK went by quick though. I need the US one to come out very fast. I agree. I actually have been watching like UK versions of stuff lately, and they have some decent shows. When it's the next girl chat? I was thinking about doing one tomorrow. I don't know. I'll let you know if I do. Well, I'll pop up. Make sure you have your notifications on. I might do one tomorrow. I think. Did anyone else think Nicole's mama's dress was not for the? Nicole's mama did have kind of a club dress on a little bit, especially with those heels. I didn't think it was too bad though. I think it was teetering on not age appropriate, but I think Kat wanted to break Freddie because he made her feel insecure. He was way more established. I agree. And also, remember when she first got with him, she felt like she didn't deserve to be with him because he was so fine. She probably was trying to break him to make herself feel more like she deserved him, I guess. Worthy. After Love Island, reality TV just not hitting the same. Terry was just saying that Love is Blind Mexico had salacious bedtime scenes, so they had to skip. That's why they said so. Oh, I was like, what does soft pork have to do with? Oh, they were making a thunderstorm. Off topic. I hope Married at First Sight is canceled. Oh my goodness, that's so random, Tyronda. No, I think they are having a new season. I'm not reviewing it. I just cannot. The next season is in Atlanta. Love is Blind. Speaking of Married at First Sight UK is coming back soon, and I'm hyped. I might watch it. Is it? Do they have it on accessible streaming platforms? Lord have mercy. Love is Blind Atlanta is going to be a mess. Didn't they do the first Love is Blind in Atlanta? I need the Steve and Sabrina tea. The girl Amber from the first season of Love is Blind. We know the same people. I'm not even joking. I hope they give STD tests. I think they do. I think they get, like, on dating reality shows, I think they all get tested. There were too many parents missing out on weddings. They didn't take none of that seriously. Please get into Married at First Sight UK. I might. Married at First Sight needs to wrap it up. It's about time. The US version, at least. But did you see Nicole? I did. I did see Nicole's interview, y'all, and it just validated how I felt about the situation. It just made me think, he was lying. I mean, she said it. He had lied to her more than once. She said that at the reunion. I might go live and talk about that. Maybe I'll do a different live and we'll discuss it. No, I watch on pirating sites. Don't lock me up, FBI. If you get an ad blocker, I can send you links. But sometimes people upload on YouTube. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Make sure you check out my website. Shout out to everybody that's ordered from me. I really do appreciate it. The orders really have been coming in, and y'all don't know how much that means to me. Love y'all for that. But like I said, I have these that I just added, as well as these flower earrings here. So make sure y'all check them out. And I'm going to go ahead and eat me a little something because I'm starving. And I will see y'all later. Peace.